Hey guys, I want to go over recording Skype today. It's come to my attention that sometimes recording Skype can be a difficult thing or whatever. And there's certain programs you can get like the Pamela and whatnot, which is useful. But sometimes you might want to record it into a program that you can do some audio editing after it's all done, such as Adobe Audition. And today we're going to go over how we can actually do that. It's not all that difficult. But before we get started on it, I just want to take a look at my previous posting on how to record what you hear in Windows 7 and Adobe Audition 3. So you may want to review that video just before we get started on before you get started on doing this one, simply because it shows you how to set up the stereo mix so that you can record system sound, which would be essential to recording with Adobe Audition. So that being said, we'll get started here on what we need to do. Once it's set up, you have to open Adobe Audition, and you might need to create a new session. And we'll set the sample rate to 44,100 for now. Will be just fine. And so what it is that you're going to record on your microphone into one track, and then you're going to record into from your sound mix into the other track. And so what that'll do is that while you're recording, when you speak, your microphone will capture that, and it will go into the first track, and whenever there's a response into Skype, it will capture that and go into the second track. Now that can be quite useful in some scenarios where you have to do editing on one track or both tracks, especially if the volume is off on one of the tracks. You can adjust it in the stereo mixer or something like that, before you mix it down. Just gives you a little better control and quality than what you're going to find with most softwares out there and stuff. So we'll get started here, and so the first thing we need to do is make sure that our first track is set to the microphone, which it is right now, and we're going to record in mono. And so here we go. We're going to set to our my Logitech microphone here for my 9000 Pro, and in track 2 what we're going to have to do is set it to the stereo mix. So I'm going to choose the stereo mix for that one from my sound card, which is just a Realtek. So now we're just we got those two things set. The next thing we need to do is arm them to record with. When that pops up, it's going to ask us to save the session, because we haven't done that yet. So we'll just save that. And now we're going to arm the second track as well. And what we're just going to do for this one today is do a test on Skype. So once we get this all set up, we're going to have to hit our record button. So I'm going to do that now. And then I'm going to bring up Skype, and I'm going to hit the call button to call the test service. And we'll just let the test service ring through.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Hello, test service. We're just using you today to make sure that everything's coming through clearly as we do our tutorial on Adobe Audition, and we are happy to be able to put this together today. Hello, test service. We're just using you today to make sure that everything's coming through clearly as we do our tutorial on Adobe Audition, and we are happy to be able to put this together.
If you are able to hear your own voice, then you have configured Skype correctly. If you hear this message, but not your own voice, then something is wrong with your audio.
So there you have it. That's we've used the test service, and it looks like we've had some success with this. You can see it coming through here. So once you do that, you can hit stop. So we'll stop here on our record. And just to now, I mean, we could do any editing that we wanted or whatever sort of thing. If we wanted to adjust the levels, like I was saying, in the mixer, we got track 1 and track 2 that we could adjust and put anything else that needed to be done with them. Let's just play back a little bit and see how that sounds. And then I'm going to bring up Skype, and I'm going to hit the call button to call the test service, and we'll just let the test service ring through.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Hello, test service. We're just using you today to make sure that everything's coming through clearly as we do our tutorial. So as you can see and hear, it was playing the tracks back to us, and of course we have the left and right track. So after you've done that and done any editing that you might want to do on there, the next thing you might want to do is export the track and mix it down. So we'll go to the export in the audio mixer. And in here, we could just choose the master track will be fine. You might want to save it as an MP3. Depending on your options, you can compress it fairly well, but you can play around with the MP3 settings yourself. So I'm just going to set it at 64 kbs at 32,000 hertz for now in mono. And so we'll go OK with that, and we'll just leave the default name for now. And so we'll save. Okay, and just like that it's saved. So let's go open it up to see how it sounds. Here's our outputted MP3, and let's see here. And then I'm going to bring up Skype, and I'm going to hit the call button to call the test service, and we'll just let the test service ring through.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Hello, test service. We're just using you today to make sure that everything's coming through clearly as we do our tutorial on Adobe Audition. And so there you have it. You can hear for yourself that things seem to be working fine. I hope you find this useful, and we'll just say goodbye for now. Take care, everybody.